Yeah, I got a feeling this gon' be a night when I can touch your ceiling. I'm gonna feel alright, yeah. I'm just living out my best life, and I'm starting with the best night. I got nothing but the best vibes. Here I go, nah, nah. It doesn't get any better, better than this, no, better than this. It doesn't get any better, better than this, no, better than this. I'm so on right now, so on right now. Wherever I go, I'm shutting it down. It doesn't get any better, better than this, no, better than this.
Hey everybody, Brenda Scores here from B9 Models. Welcome to our second episode of Anything for You, a web series to inspire, educate, and connect you to discover and explore your passions. I am so excited for our guest today. She's one of the most vibrant, smart, talented, and elegant women I know. Our working relationship spans over 15 years, as she was one of my very first models when I opened up my company. You might have seen her on shows like Criminal Minds, This Is Us, the CW Supergirl, and she is now currently on For All Mankind on Apple TV, playing the role of Danielle Poole, a NASA engineer and astronaut, just to name a few shows, okay? When she is not on screen, she is an advocate for underprivileged children and a mentor with the Young Storytellers Foundation. Please give a warm, warm welcome to my girl, Krys Marshall.
Brenda, are you serious with that kind of introduction? Like, wait, how can I ever live up to that? Are you serious? You're too good.
Got you, girl. I got you. Hi, baby.
Hi, honey. How you doing?
You know, obviously, I am like I'm such a proud mama. You know, when I see, I mean, I do, it's like when I see my kids and they're blossoming and they're doing it and they're going for it. And like this was, you know, this whole web series was really just about connecting with all of you and letting, you know, I wanted to showcase, you know, you guys followed your passion and you were able to do things that not a lot of people think that they can do, right? And I just love being able to just call you up on the phone. And I was, you know, I'm like, I haven't talked to Krys in like, my Crystal, you know, I'm like, I haven't talked to her in years, you know, and then like all of a sudden it was like a name change. I'm like, who is this girl? Who's this Krys? But, you know, I do have to say, like, I just am so, so proud of you and just watching you grow to this amazing actor and woman and wife and friend. And I mean, you are just so amazing. And I knew that from the beginning when we first met, when you first started, you know, working with us. But I do have to say just truly how proud I am, you know, of you and the work that you're doing. So getting to your acting, right? What was that break for you? Was the For All Mankind this break, or was it, did it lead up to the steps? Like, what was really your overall kind of like, okay, this would be my dream and this is what I'm going to focus on to get to where I am today?
Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you for what you said, because that was just so incredibly kind and just emotionally generous. So thank you for that. Before I talk anything specifically about the show, I want to just talk about like the sort of brass tacks about what it takes to have any amount of success as a creative. And I feel like there's so much mystery around like how a person goes from being a girl with a dream to a girl who's actually on TV. And people don't realize that like it really takes a crazy amount of like, sure, you have to have talent, you have to be, you know, whatever, you have to work hard, all that. But you also really have to have a plan in place. Right. It's impossible to be successful as an actor, a musician, or whatever if you don't have a plan in place. And I feel like, you know, when I came to New York, I had gone to arts conservatory and I'd studied drama and I had, you know, the talent, I had the ambition and all those things. But my plan was just to get there and just become a famous actress, and then that was just going to be it. And I can't remember who, my mind is escaping me now. I want to say it was Carly Sullivan
Oh my God, Carly!
I want to say it was Carly who I met at like a model casting call, and I had been in New York for a month or so. And at that time, I was just living off of my little savings from college, and like begrudgingly asking my mom for money to pay the rent. And I was talking to Carly, and she was like, "Hey, you know what I do? I do promotional modeling." Because up until then, I had tried my hand. I worked at the Bowery Bar. I worked at a couple different bars. And every bar I worked at kept firing me because if I booked a job, I would blow off my shift. So, so everyone says like, oh, you're all actresses, they're all waitresses. But the truth is like, it's really difficult to have a bartending job, to have a waitressing job, and also to dedicate yourself to your craft, because ultimately the two are going to, they're going to conflict. And I always picked acting every time. So I had a string of like literally 2-week jobs. And so when I met Carly and she talked to me about what you guys did, I was like, I don't even understand what this is. Is it modeling? Is it acting? What is it exactly? And she was like, oh, it's event modeling. And so she explained to me how your work works. And I feel like I came to New York with so much hope and a lot of talent that I really didn't have a plan of like, how do you pay the bills? And it's not just about the logistics of like paying the bills, but if you walk into an audition and you're playing the role of somebody really confident, but you know that all you had today was an apple and peanut butter, your rent is late, you didn't have money in your Metro card, so you had to walk 15 blocks, you're going to bring that energy into the audition. You're going to bring that, like, I need this job, I'm desperate for this gig kind of energy. And so I'm coming full circle. It's taking me time, but I'm going to land. I'm coming full circle to being just so grateful for having been introduced to you and being able to make really good money working in a field that had so much flexibility, that allowed me to really put my artistry first and allow my bills to be paid, and to have that foundation of like, now I can go in the room and be my best self and not walk in the room like a person who's hungry and tired and on the outs. So.
Well, listen, girl, you worked a lot because you were one of my.
I would message you all the time, be like, what do you have going on? What
I know, but you know what was for? But you know what was really sad for me was that day that I got the email that you were like, Bren, and nobody calls me Bren. Only very few people call me Bren that I don't correct, because it's like, you have to know me on a level in order to call me Bren, right? And I get the email and it was, hey, Bren, I have to ask you to delete me from your database, because I just had landed a really great job. I can't say anything yet, but I'm going to be on a show. And then it was like, so I love you. Thank you for everything. Like, and I'm reading this and I'm like, I'm so happy for you, but no, like good one that like is leaving me because they're gonna make it big time in Hollywood and they're leaving me behind. And I was
we have to fly the coop. We gotta fly the coop.
I know, and it was just like, I will never forget that email, because it was one of those emails where I was like, oh my God, she's like, it's happening for her. Let me bring this up on the screen right now. I want to go into this picture, because I mean, you've done so many events, right? So
I know. There's too many to even remember them all.
But I feel like this was one. I feel like it was such a glamorous event. So this picture is from, I think, it was 2015, and this was, you were in a white dress, and this was for Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett. How was that event? Because I literally was living vicariously through all of you, because it just looked so glamorous.
That event, I remember our call time was 2 p.m. for a 9 p.m. event, because they brought us early, and they did our hair, our makeup, and nails, and false lashes, and we got fitted for dresses and all of this stuff. And it was just you really felt like you weren't just like in service to this event. You felt like you were a part of this event. And so, yeah, it was around that time that Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga did an album together of like jazz standards. And so our job was, we were like old school cigarette holder girls. So we had the strap around your neck with the board, but it wasn't cigarettes. It was like little knickknacks and cute things like that. And so our job was just to mingle. We didn't serve drinks or do anything too difficult. We just mingled and just looked beautiful in this sort of old Hollywood way. And so, you know, those really high profile events, and it's funny when you sent me that picture, I still see Bree. I still see Amber. I mean, that's the thing. It's like this is like a sisterhood, these girls.
I love it.
But, and they both work like crazy too. They've both been very successful. But I remember at that event feeling the duality of being really grateful to be there and very like happy and proud of what I was doing. And then also a pain in my heart of like, oh man, like I see the thing is so close to me. You know, it's almost like being the girl who works at the jewelry store versus being the girl who's getting engaged. You know, it's like you're around the thing, you're surrounded by it, but you just feel like you're just inches away. And so I'm a big believer in like visualizations and meditations and that sort of thing. And so I remember we did a number of events for Lady Gaga. I remember another one was at the Staples Center for like her, I think, I'm trying to remember now.
We did so many.
Too many to even remember them all. But in those moments when you see someone who's like incredibly talented and they're in the zone and, you know, everyone is adoring them or whatever, like I would just stop and imagine, like, I want to be on this carpet. I see myself like standing in front of these photographers. I see myself like being celebrated by my peers and celebrating them for their successes. Like I can just see it, you know,
and feel it.
And feel it. Yeah, exactly. And not just like, you know, whatever. So I love those really fun nights. And I feel like there's such little nuggets of like inspiration that come to you and you hold on to them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, now you're on it. You're working it, right? What's the advice that you can give to your 20-year-old self and also to the viewers that are watching you that you're inspiring right now? Like, what would you say to them?
Yeah. Gosh, so much. I think my first thought, and this is just a little truth about me, I think that so often I saw girls who had success, and whether it was like when I lived in New York and like Gossip Girl was popular, and I'd see Blake Lively and Leighton Meester, and I'd say, oh my gosh, those girls have it all, they have it, and I don't. You know, it's just never going to happen for me, but it's happening for them. And I think I really had a limiting belief that there were certain things that were possible for some people and not possible for me. And maybe it's because I'm a woman, maybe it's because I'm Black, maybe it's because I'm too this, too that, too fat, too ugly, too whatever, you know, like in my mind, I had this just belief that no matter how hard I tried, that my dreams would be out of reach. And I think the one piece of advice that I wish I could give to myself years ago is just that just as easy as it could be them, it could be you. There's no reason why your dreams shouldn't come true. One of my other favorite mottos is the Rihanna song, work, 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 work. You just have to work your ass off. I think there's like a fallacy that if you're a good singer, you can just be at the Chevron station pumping gas and singing a song, and suddenly Jay-Z shows up and he says, do you want to be famous? And then you say yes, and then suddenly you're a superstar. That's not the reality. Like for every show that don't get me started, I'd be more Chevrons. But for every opportunity that I have now that is, like you said, super fancy designers or sending me clothes and things, and I'm like, I can't believe this is my life. There was also the duality of me working my little ass off, changing clothes in a Starbucks bathroom because I got one job at noon and the next job at 5, and doing my makeup in the car and just like working your ass off until the thing becomes a reality. And so I really do firmly believe that if you put your mind to it and you just work hard, you put the pieces in place, when the opportunity comes to you, when that big audition shows up, you're ready. You don't need to be babysat. You don't need to get ready. You don't have to prepare. Like, you are trained and you're ready for that opportunity. So my first job on TV was on Criminal Minds. I played a hooker, and I was completely dumbfounded when I got to set, and nobody held my hand. Nobody told me where to go or when it was my turn.
Oh
and
my
I
God.
was just so like taken aback, because I had come from school where there's so much kind of coddling and encouragement and support. And I realized very quickly, like, oh man, like, I got to figure this out for myself, you know? And so there I am in some like terry cloth little cutout mini dress. Like, literally we're shooting in Skid Row. And
Oh my God.
the director's just like, all right, action. And I'm like, what are you? Should we like do some rehearsals? Should we do our table read? I mean, I'm just expecting there to be, you know, the sort of like bubble of kumbaya that I'd experienced when I was in school. And so just like you were saying about the kids who, you know, make a video and go viral and now they got a TV show, they may get it, you know, what's it called? Easy come, easy go. You may get it quickly, but if you don't have the business acumen, the hard work ethic to stay in the game, to be able to take care of yourself, to be totally independent, to get on a set and work opposite real heavy hitters and not forget your lines, not shake like a little leaf, not need a bunch of coddling, but just be like, all right, I guess I'm a big girl, panties on. Here I am with literally Emmy-winning actors, and I got to hold up my end of the deal in the scene. So yeah, I think that there is a lot more opportunity to kids who are like of this, you know, social media generation. But I also think when the rubber hits the road, it's still hard work is what wins the day.
So we're going to do a lightning round.
Oh, okay, fun.
And nobody knows the questions, only me, and because I like it that way. All right.
Yeah.
So it's going to be quick, right? So it's going to be, I'm going to ask you 10 questions off the top of your head. Just do you, okay? All right.
Yes.
You ready? Oh, I like
I'm
that
ready.
you did that. Okay. Last song you downloaded.
Last song I downloaded?
Last song you downloaded.
Oh my God, I've gotten really into Al Green. I love Al Green.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, that's your vibe? That's the vibe?
That's my morning vibe. We got the sonar system and the new house, and I'm listening to some, also some Marvin Gaye, Let's Get It On. I like to start the day with a little slow, easy 70s blues and rhythm. Yep.
Oh, I love that. Got some soul in the morning. Ooh. Oh, I like it. Okay. Favorite city in the U.S. besides the one you live in?
Oh, man. I mean, New York, obviously, right? I mean, are there other cities in the U.S.? I'm kidding. I just love New York. I love being back in the city. I love being around my friends. I mean, if I'm back in New York for more than a week, I instantly lose 7 pounds because I'm just so go, 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 go on your feet, running from thing to thing. LA is very much like a slow moving souffle that just needs time to slowly rise and takes forever to get anything done. New York is like fast, hot cake, boom, boom. Heat on both sides, ready to serve. So,
would you rather cuddle with a baby panda or a baby penguin? Come on, no, serious.
A baby panda, obviously. A penguin's all like rubbery and his little wings are flapping. I don't want that. Like flappy wings hitting. You know, a baby panda. Look how deliciously cute they are. Like,
I know.
That's an easy one.
I know they are cute. That was a weird question. Okay. Say something like sexy in Spanish.
Te quiero mucho.
Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. What's the most number of hours of TV you watched in a single day?
Oh my God. I am like one of those TV junkie people. I mean, I range.
Like over and over again?
I mean, I range from like high quality, like Cannes Film Festival films on Netflix, all the way to like 90 Day Fiance, Married at First Sight, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. So I run the gamut, and because I like so many different styles of TV, I could easily, I mean, like, if the world came to an end and I was just allowed to do what I wanted to do, it'd be watching TV. And I'd probably say the most I've ever watched in a day was like 19 hours.
What?
Like nearly an entire day worth of TV. Yeah, for sure. I love TV.
19?
I'm an actor.
I know,
Yes.
but 19 hours?
I'm talking about wake up, watch TV the whole day, and don't stop watching TV until you fall asleep. Yes, 19 hours.
How would you rate your karaoke skills on a scale of 1 to Mariah Carey?
Oh my God. Ugh. I mean, my karaoke skills are like Milli Vanilli. Like somebody else has to do the singing for me while I just mouth. I mean, I cannot sing
Really?
to save my life. No. I mean, I've been forced on occasion to sing like for shows. Like I sang in Supergirl in this little scene. But I am not a good singer. No. God gave me many talents. Singing is not one of them.
Oh my God, I would have thought that you would be a good singer.
No.
Huh.
Not only am I a bad singer, I'm also a nervous singer. So my voice like shakes when I sing. So I'm such a bad singer. So when I do karaoke, I do like Salt and Pepper Shoot. You know, like what a man. Like I do like that kind of thing.
But that sounded so good.
We're all like rap. We're all rap, like LL Cool J, you know, whatever. Hey lover, but I can't sing.
But that just sounded so good, what you just did.
Oh, Bren, what are we going to do with you? What are we going to do with you?
Sour Patch Kids or Swedish Fish?
Sour Patch Kids. Heartbeat. Sour Patch Kids.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's something you could eat for a week straight?
Key lime pie.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Key lime pie?
Yes.
Oh my
Key lime
God.
pie. It's got all 3 food groups. It's got eggs. It's got lemon, lime, which is basically like fruit. It's got graham cracker crust, which is carbohydrates. And it's got whipped cream, which is dairy. It's all the food pyramid in key lime pie. It's perfect food.
Key lime pie? I'm shocked by that. I'm really shocked by that. I am. I thought you were going to say something else.
What's yours?
What I would eat?
Yeah.
Like, if I could, brownies.
Really?
Oh my God.
Brownies are a similar flavor again and again and again. There's a lot of monotony in brownies.
I know, but I just made myself an 8x8 thing of brownies with walnuts, and I ate the whole thing by myself in 2 days.
Man, you didn't share any with Nico, so with your husband?
No. I don't.
Cold-blooded.
I mean, I just don't. I'll make two brownies, but I mean, that was mine. Like, that was my whole thing. That was the first thing when I came out of quarantine that I made myself was brownies. I made myself brownies.
There you go.
I could eat that all day long. But I'm shocked with you. I'm shocked with you by the key lime pie. Very.
Key lime pie. Have you had good key lime pie? Because if you had, you might not be so shocked.
Well, now I'm thinking to myself where I can get a really good key lime pie, and then I'm going to send it to you. Do you have a spot? I mean, because Key West, you know, I mean, key lime pie, that's...
I mean, this is really embarrassing. My favorite key lime pie is made by Sara Lee, as in like from the frozen section at the grocery store. So this is a real guilty pleasure. We're not talking about some high-end bakery key lime pie. I'm talking about Sara Lee, like grocery store, $7.99 or $8.99, depending on if it's on sale, in the frozen section of dessert.
Girl, oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna have to talk to Sara Lee. All right, Mommy. Last question. Who inspires you?
Oh, that's easy. My mom. My mom. She is, my friend Becca said recently, we were doing a baby shower over Zoom from one of my friends, and she opened up her speech in the baby shower by saying, your mother is your first guru. And it was such a like lovely adage, and I'd never heard that before. And I think very much like my mom is 100% my first guru. She's the person I go to when I'm feeling low, when I'm feeling doubtful, when I need reinforcement or encouragement. I just think that she is just the bee's knees. She's so incredibly intelligent. And my mom also worked and was very determined and ambitious. And so I think that my work ethic 100% comes from her. And, you know, being an artist, I feel like there's so many people in your life who just encourage you early on to do something that makes more sense, do something that's more practical, find, you know, my current show, the season 1 premiere, which was this huge event and helicopters flying above and the whole thing.
Amazing.
I flew my mom here from Atlanta and, you know, got her all dressed up, got her hair and makeup and nails and everything done. And honey, she was in heaven. We had the after party at the Sunset Tower, and there's all these celebrities there and paparazzi, and my mom was just like so cute. And that was one of those moments where like I wanted to just like encapsulate the memory.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is what I've been working for, this moment.
Oh, I love that. I could totally picture like your mom. Like I've seen pictures of your mom and she just looks so freaking cute. But I could just totally picture her like just embracing it all in and then just saying like, look at my daughter, you know, like having those moments, right, of your career, or like even when you get married and, you know, you have those moments with your parents and you're like, oh my God, you know, this is happening and I've gotten here and I've done it. Oh, I love that. I love that. Well, you could say hi to your mom. Hi, Mom. Hi, Mom.
I will.
I just want to say I love you. And I thank you for working so hard, you know, and representing our company, because without any of you, I mean, you guys have made it to what it was. And we encompassed family, right? And that was a huge thing for me in the beginning with B9. And it still holds true, you know, for you and I, 15 years of that relationship. And no matter where we are, what we're doing, we'll always have that. You will always, always have a special place in my heart. So anything that you need from me, you know, I'm always here for you. And so I thank you so very much. And I appreciate you, and keep doing what you're doing, girl, because it's just sky's the limit, baby. Sky's the limit. And the next time I talk to you, you're going to have like an Oscar in your hand, and it's just going to be mind blown, baby.
From
mind
your
blown.
mouth to God's ears. Thank you, Brenda.
I'm putting it out there, baby.
This has been such a wonderful experience. It's so good to see you and see you continuing to flourish with your beautiful baby and your home and your business. I just think that I mean, I think you realize it. I hope you do, but you are lifting up men as well, but lifting up women so that they can pursue their dreams. And whether it's becoming dancers or musicians or actors or singers, like I said in the beginning, you have to have a foundation and you have to have a plan. And the work that you do allows women to have that launch point so that they can control their own destiny. So I'm just so grateful for you and for the opportunities that you've given me. And I'm sad I had to be taken down off the site because I had other things going, but you know what? I'm happy to be back. And truly, anything that you need, when you think of me and you have a question, please don't ever hesitate to reach out. I don't give a damn if I have 10 Oscars behind me. I am always at your disposal. So thank you so much. I adore you.
All right, baby. I love you. Thank you so much. Hi to the doggies and Ted for us, okay? And your mom.
I will.
Bye, baby.
Thank you, Bren.
Bye. Love you.